Hi guys, it's Emily from Noble Novels and welcome to today's video. This is the Not That Bad tag. So, it's very similar to the ones that I did recently, that I did my Emily edit for, which I'll leave the Emily sort of twist on it for. But this one is very short and sharp answers, yes, no, that kind of thing. So it's a nice, quick and easy one. And I thought I would film that today because it's the day before Thomas goes back to school, so for all the kids, and I'm busy, so I thought I'd film that today. I was tagged originally to do this by the lovely Charlotte from Coiny Reads, who's a good friend of mine, brilliant channel, gotta check her out, she's amazing. And then I got tagged by the lovely Jennifer from Jennifer Loves Books, and she is the sweetest. I literally love Jennifer. She's a new friend to me who I met by my sister Charlie Brooke and people like her, and I met her on one of the last London meetup, and she's a proper sweetie pie. So if you're not subscribed to her, go and check her out. She's absolutely lovely and she deserves it. We have quite different tastes in books, but I think she's absolutely lovely, so go and check her out. So here's the prompts. You know me. I'll be linking Charlotte's video with all the prompts because busy mum, that kind of thing. Anyway, there you go. Here we go. So prompt number 1: do you ever dog ear books? No, can't do it. Never have. I must admit, actually, I'm lying. I do dog ear cookbooks because the cookbooks are not counted on my book numbers. They're not books that you lot ever see. They're not books that anyone ever sees. They're books that are shoved in a cupboard over there, and they're recipe books, and they're books that, yeah. So I do dog ear those, but because they're not books that anyone sees and anyone knows about and it's not counted in any of my numbers, I feel like I can dog ear them. But they're the only ones I do. I can't believe I just admitted that. I've committed a sin. Right. Number 2, do you ever annotate your books? No, I do not write in them. I have started on certain books that I've really enjoyed, putting like the little, the little post-it note thingies, little taggy thingies. I'm trying to think if I've got any. And I've put stuck them to underneath sort of phrases that I've liked in books, and I've sort of put sort of little doodah bits. There's post-it note things sticking up on a pages that I like. And there's something where a quote's been said and I think it's brilliant. So I have started doing that, and I have got the slightly longer notes that I've been given, the slightly bigger post-it notes that I've been given. And I would like to start sticking them in books that I know, but I cannot physically write in the book. It just feels, to me, it's defamatory. If we're keeping them, that's up to anyone else. I think that's up to them if they want to annotate. I physically can't do it because to me, it just feels wrong. Number 3, do you roll covers or break spines when you read? I do my utmost best not to. Especially, I've started to, with some of my hardbacks, I sometimes take the dust jackets off. I'm very careful when I read the books. Like, if a book has already got a broken spine, I'm not as fast and I'll flop it and I'll let it go like that. But if it's a brand new book, then I'm very I hold it like this. Actually, I'll show you because I've got a book that I'm thinking. So this was a book that I sneaky peeked to one of my book hauls. It's a book that I'm collecting. So this one doesn't have a broken spine. So when I'm reading it, I try and only open it a very small amount. You can see I don't open it very much so that I do not break the spine because I'm very, very cautious of that. I don't know why, but I don't like breaking spine. Prompt number 4. Do you listen to something when you read? No. Ideally, I like to read in peace and quiet. I have an 8-year-old and a 9-year-old, sorry. My brain's dead at the end of all this. I have a 9 and a 12-year-old and a noisy Chris and a noisy cat. So when they are around, there is normally TV on in the background. And I read when there's TV because I don't have control of the TV. They do. The only time I get peace and quiet is when no one is in the house. But if I had an option of reading in silence or not, when the kids are at school and when Chris is at work, I will read in silence because I much prefer that. I need to be able to focus because my mind has a habit of wandering at the best of times. Which is why sometimes I do look like I've read loads of books because sometimes my mind wanders and I have to go back and read it again. But I find music or noise on in the background really does distract me even worse. So I like to read in silence. In this house, if you get the chance, you enjoy it. Number 5, do you read in the bathroom? Nope. It's about the only time I don't read. That being said, if we had a larger... No, actually, that's the next prompt. No, I don't read in the bathroom. I don't physically take anything books in the bathroom. That's, again, to me, just feels not right. It's not for me. Do you ever read in water, such as bathtub or pool, etc.? No, because I wouldn't want to bloody hurt my books. If I hadn't if I was reading on my phone, like on my Kindle app on my phone, but no, even then I wouldn't want to be frightened, because I'm so accident prone. I'd be frightened of dropping it in the water and damaging it. I am too accident prone to do that. That's not any personal preference, it's just I'm too accident prone. Number 7. Finally, yes answer. Do you DNF? Yes, I've got a lot better. Still need to get better and better at it, but I've got a lot better. Now that, because I'm trying to reduce my book numbers, I have got a lot better at DNFing. Still possibly need to do a bit better than that. We know some queens, like Jennifer's a queen of DNFs from what I've heard. So I do need to get better at it, but I do it now. And I'm getting there. It's a lesson to be learnt. I'm finally starting to DNF more. Right, prompt number 8. Okay, this is a little bit of a naughty bit. Do you ever read ahead or skip to the end of the book? Well, the latter part, I never skip to the end of the book. Do I read ahead sometimes and sometimes check? Yeah, not very often, but sometimes I'm like, is this person going to be alive at the end, or am I going to guess this right? Or yeah, sometimes I kind of like look at the end of a book and just go, please tell me there's going to be a happy end, or please tell me something's going to happen. But I try not to. I am working really hard at trying not to read ahead, because I don't like doing it. I don't like spoiling the twists and turns. I certainly don't skip bits of the book much, I don't think. I don't know if I have on a classic. But no, I don't think so. I don't think so. Oh, this one's 100% me. Are you book polygamous? I.e. read more than one book at a time. Hell yeah. If I ever, I hate having one book on the go at the end of the time, at a time. I think towards the end of the month I will go down to 2, but in general I've got like 3 or 4. I used to have 5, 6, 7, but that was way too much, and that used to fry my brain. And with my old age, you don't want to fry your brain any damage. So for me, I'm sort of happy at 3 or 4 books. I think for me, 3 or 4, kind of even. Yeah, it is like 3 or 4 is a number, because I start as I normally have a classic on the go, so I like to read that, and I only read those on certain days. So I set my classics out into like 4 days worth. Normally have a buddy read with Kat from Brews and Reviews. Talk about that. Normally have a buddy read with her, because we've always permanently got bloody buddy reads on the go nowadays. I normally have a buddy read. That I've cut back on that. Loads of those, thank God. And then I have a sort of contemporary or fantasy or something lighter for the evening, and then I have a harder hitting book in the day. So, and then I have a harder hitting book like a historical fiction or a mystery or a thriller. No, normally a historical fiction or a mystery or something, or a non-fiction that I read during the day. So I do tend to mix them up. I like to have 3 or 4 books on the go. Prompt number 10. Do you own more books than bookshelf space? Well, I've doubled up. Like, my shelves have got 2 rows, like one behind and one front. Is that like shelf space? And I have books on top of bookshelves. But I don't have books that don't have room. I won't buy it used to maybe, but I don't nowadays. No, I think like I said, I do double stack, and I do pack every room on certain shelves. Certain shelves have got long more gaps. As you well saw from my wrap up part 1, my wrap up part 2, I have cleared my unread books down to less than 300 now. Although I do need to go through my read books now and work out which ones I need to keep. That's the project for next year. Anyway, but yeah, so I've certainly got a bit more book space. So we'll go from that. So, and then the bonus prompt. Do you ever take a book without leaving a book at a Little Free Library? Well, I never go to Little Free Libraries. I do tend to donate a lot of books to charity shops, but I don't ever go to Little Free Libraries. We don't have them very much here, and I certainly don't find them, so I don't think I do. If I was going to a Little Free Library, I probably would take books with me, because that's just who I am. Prompt number 11 is to tag people. So obviously, if you want to do the tag, do it. Tag me in it, link me in it. But I'm going to tag some of my standard people that I normally tag. So I'm going to tag Berna from Berna's Bookish Adventures. She loves doing tags. Kat from Brews and Reviews. Well, haha, she tags me in bloody everything, so she can get tagged now. And then Angela from Reading Off My Shelf. Although Angela, I know you're busy all the time, a lot of the moment. So if you get time, do it. If not, just check Angela out, because I will shout her out because she's a great friend and a lovely, lovely person. So, if you got to the end of this, video and don't want to leave a comment or don't just want to say something, I think there's like question mark emojis or something like that, like a question or something like that, or even a sort of like questiony face, you know. Or even just like maybe like an angry face. I don't know. If you can find like a question mark or angry face emoji. I don't know why. They're just the emojis I can just think about, because my brain, I need to get better at planning the emojis I tell people. But if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel and not subscribed yet, ring on my ding-a-ling, and I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.